Whenever I'm traveling somewhere, the first thing I do, before even packing my bags, is look up if there are any bookstores around. Bookstores just feel like such magical places to me, and no two are exactly alike, so why not try to see as many as I possibly can? And while it's fun to go far away and visit bookstores like the one with the highest elevation in the US, what about the bookstores that are close to home? Actually, what about the bookstores in my hometown? Recently we went home to Jacksonville, Florida, where I grew up to see some family, and I thought, why don't I visit some local bookstores here and see what they're like? Allow me to present to you the bookstore shopping tour, Duba. Oh, and by the way, I'm Melizza, and this is my channel. What should we name them? I'm sure they have official names, but I'm gonna call you Benny, you Simba, obviously. One of them has to be Simba. And then you can be Zoe too. I can't say I spent a lot of time in this area as a child, but coming back as an adult, it's so cute. It kind of is giving small town, which Jacksonville is not a small town. It's actually the largest city in the US, land-wise. That's an important distinction. Speaking of Jacksonville fun facts, the bookstore we're about to go into specializes in Jacksonville and Florida history books, so I'm curious to see what we'll find in there. I'm kind of hoping for maybe something by local authors, or maybe a book that takes place in this city. That would be so crazy because I feel like I know this city so well, and it would be interesting to read about it through somebody else's perspective. So fingers crossed we can find something fun like that. I am gonna try to stick to our one book per bookstore rule because that TBR cart, girl, I have got to be responsible. so cute for today. They have little roses on the chain. And I know you're supposed to like wear this around your neck. I don't care. I want to wear it as a necklace. Plus, we're channeling our inner Belle book lover vibes today. I even have my yellow dress on, so hey. Maybe if I start singing to birds, they'll come to me. That is my ultimate goal. I want to be able to summon birds with my voice. Their own San Marco Bookstore little newspaper. It has a mystery and madness theme, probably because fall. Yeah, autumn 2024. And inside, we've got exciting new fiction, tales for tots, kids and tweens. Okay, so it's like book racks. That's so cool. And it's a little souvenir from the bookstore. I also had a press-on nail casualty at some point. So that's sad. But what's not sad is the book that I got. My jaw dropped when I saw this book in the store because The Poisons We Drink by Bethany Baptiste has been on my TBR, but I haven't bought the book. And this is, yep, you guessed it, a signed copy! I am so excited. My favorite genre is Black girl fantasy, and this is that. Look at her cool pink hair. I'm obsessed with that. And not only did she sign the actual book, but this book came with like an extra signature. It's 2 times signed. So I'll read a little bit of the synopsis in case you're interested in reading this book as well. In a country divided by humans and witchers, Venus Stoneheart hustles as a brewer, making illegal love potions to support her family. Love potions are a dangerous business. Brewing has painful, debilitating side effects, and getting caught means death or prison sentence. But what Venus is most afraid of is the dark, sentient magic within her. Okay, she has to learn to love her magical powers. We're outside of the next bookstore on our list, Femme Fire Books, and I've been here before. And what's cool about it, not only is it in the cutest little building, kind of tucked away, but there's also a free library outside. And 3, they specialize in books written by women and diverse reads. So I am really excited to go in and see what we find. Let's try to stick to that 1 book per bookstore rule. I believe in us. I think we can finally do it in a video. All right. Shall we read my poem together? Okay. This is Words by Ella Wheeler Wilcox. Words are great forces in the realm of life. Be careful of their use. Who talks of hate, of poverty, of sickness, but sets rife these very elements to mar his fate. When love, health, happiness, and plenty hear their names repeated over day by day, they wing their way like answering fairies near, then nestle down within our homes to stay. Who talks of evil conjures into shape the formless thing and gives it life and scope. This is the law. Then let no word escape that does not breathe of everlasting hope. Aw, that's cute. And then, it gives you a book recommendation at the bottom. So the book recommendation is The Queer Principles of Kit Webb and by Cat Sebastian. Redeem with this cashier for 10% off this book. Oh, you get 10% off the book rec too. I did it. I only got one book. I was tempted though. So in addition to my poem, I decided to get a blind date with a book. I love the iridescent wrapping, and what's written on the front sold me enough. Read this if you're ready to cross the boundary between the human world and fairyland, whatever lies ahead. Sign me up. It's a young adult fantasy set in Massachusetts. I don't know if I've read a book set in Massachusetts recently. And the first line says, when the lights in the house went out, Tristan pushed through the gate and left it swaying behind him. So it might be a male main character, which I'll be honest, I do not read a lot of, so I feel like this will be great to add to my TBR cart. Shall we open together? Ooh. Oh wow, it's so pretty. The Buried and the Bound. From the cover, it's kind of giving spooky, which I think is great for this season. Like, look at these hands. If I had to guess, it's like dark enchanted forest, maybe a love triangle because there are two boys and a girl. She looks pretty fierce. Ooh, oh yay. And there's a bookmark inside. You know, I love to grab the bookmarks and keep them in the book so I can remember where they came from. And that's perfect that they wrapped it up in here with the blind book so you don't forget. A little bit from the synopsis. As the only hedge witch in Blackthorn, Massachusetts, an uncommonly magical place, Aziza, she has two Z's in her name like me, I love that. Aziza El Amin has bargained with wood nymphs, rescued palm-sized fairies from house cats, and banished flesh-eating shadows from the local park. Okay, so she's like a local magical hero. I like that. But when a dark entity awakens in the forest outside of town, eroding the boundary between the human world and fairyland, run-of-the-mill fae mischief turns into outright aggression and the danger becomes too great for her to handle alone. And I believe she recruits one of these two or both to help her defeat the evil. I love this. I think I'm gonna try to read this maybe in October. Really get me in that spooky vibe. What a super successful blind date with a book. We're outside of the last bookstore on our list today in Jacksonville, Florida. I always want to call it Chamberlain's, but there's no ER. I think it's just Chamblin's. Chamblin's Bookmine, and between their two locations in this city, they have over 55,000 square feet of new and used books, and they buy and they sell. So let's go in and maybe get lost and find something new. Oh, wrong side. Stairs. So cute. did it, ladies and gentlemen. One book per bookstore has been accomplished because the only book that I got inside of Chamblin's is called Escaping Mr. Rochester. I'm feeling spookier reads, but not thrillers. And I don't know, this one might end up being a thriller. I really like the setting. I think that it'll be fun and kind of cozy to read in October as well. So we're gonna take her home and add her to the TBR cart. So while we've come to the end of this episode of the bookstore shopping tour, this is certainly not the last. And if you're interested in more books like the ones shown in this vlog, be sure to check out my fall TBR video. It is full of Black girl fantasy reads, and until the next video, don't forget to subscribe. And I'll see you later. Bye!